This is the Constant Bass by Hendrix Guitars, one of the most innovative bass designs I've ever tried. The only thing that's normal about this bass is the swamp ash body. This is gonna be interesting. Let's check it out. Hi, welcome to Bass the World. My name is Gregor Fries and today I'm with the wonderful René Flexenhaar, who came around to record some music with this rather special bass. Hendrix Guitars is a German company, quite young I assume. I've met Henrik the Luthier behind this brand for the first time last year at Guitar Summit. He's a very nice guy and I'm happy we finally get to test this bass here at the studio. Because this is something different. As I said before, there's nothing normal or standard about this bass, whatever that means. Henrik is working with a bunch of other young brands here in Germany to get this done, and they're kinda all buddies of me, which is fun. We got Nova pickups made by Till Westphal, we got an active filter preamp made by my friend Joris, who's also a circuit design knecht at Jupiter FX, and he also is an author for Guitar and Bass magazine here in Germany, who once reviewed my basses and even did an interview with me. Imagine that. So yeah, the Constance 5-string bass from Hendrix Guitars. It's time to dive in. All Hendrix instruments are headless, that's his thing. In addition, we're working with a multi-scale design here. We have a 34-inch scale for the G string and 35.5 for the B string. Means it's multi-scale, but of the mild variety. You don't even notice this much, only when you admire the solid foundation of the low B. Now let's have a look into the specs. The Constance 5 comes with a swamp ash body. The grain got somehow treated to make it pop, which looks awesome. The top is wangy with a roasted oak veneer and the whole thing is high gloss, which is a rare sight these days. Especially on a bass with so much contouring on the front and the back. This finish looks spectacular. The neck is bolt-on and made from 7 pieces of maple and wangy. The fretboard is Switchlight, which is a material made from paper. This is getting really popular these days because it comes with none of the problems, mostly inconsistencies, that naturally come with wooden fretboards. The neck profile is a really flat D shape, almost like a square, which feels surprisingly good. We got 24 steel frets with a compound radius. He's really pulling out all the tricks to make this perfect. The pickups in this bass are also rather special. They're made by Nova pickups and they're the Omnia custom models, especially made for Hendrix Guitars. The bridge pickup uses ceramic design, the one on the neck is Alnico 8, which I've never heard of before. Each pickup is 4 coils, means all the different wiring options we get are noiseless. We got serial, split coil and parallel for each pickup individually. I have no formal experience with these pickups, and since the preamp in here is so special, I find it hard to determine what influence they have. They're made to sound linear, to represent all frequencies up to 20 kHz in an even way. I like what I hear so much about that. And now, the preamp. You might have heard of filter preamps before if you ever went down the wall bass rabbit hole. This bass has no treble or bass controls. Instead, each pickup has an individual filter that starts with a completely open sound, like the slap tone you just heard, and then gradually takes away highs, while adding certain mids and low end, or not. It's really hard to tell. If you want to learn more, stop the video now and have a quick read here. The outcome is also different depending on the pickup configuration you're playing with. This is something you need to experience to fully grasp. Until you get the chance, here's an example of what that can sound like. In addition to these filters, there's a high frequency boost when you push the pickup blend control to add highs when the filters are rolled down, and resonance boosts for each individual filter, all push bodies, really cool. All these things are designed for each other. Till told me the pickups are made with a medium output to make sure this preamp can never clip. I love this sort of dedication, also the hardware. By the way, this bass is also perfectly balanced. The bridge comes from Riviera hardware from Italy and the tuners on here are as smooth as it gets. Henrik makes these headpieces by himself, by the way, from aircraft grade aluminum. Now let's finally talk about the sound. To be totally honest, at the beginning this is all a little bit overwhelming. The preamps, all these push options which you will definitely need. Before I discovered those, we were under the impression this is what the bass is mostly good for. But it's absolutely not true. Brilliant sound, by the way. This clarity, wow. The bass sounds open as hell, but as you gradually shape the tone using the filters and the resonance boost, you will totally forget that just a minute ago you were annoyed that there's no passive tone control. It's a bit of a learning curve, but this is well invested time. Once you figured it all out, you will realize what a weapon this is. I'm impressed, and not because a few buddies of mine worked on this. It's rather the opposite. I feel inclined to be more critical, not to be called out for personal favors. But there's nothing really. Well, now, after I understand the electronics. Before I had some critique, but these were all solved by asking, haven't you looked into the schematics I sent you along with this bass? So yeah, the constant bass from Henrik's guitars. Since this is so unusual, I always like to ask myself, would I play this bass as the only bass until the end of my life for $1 million? I would do it for much less. The tone I love are in here. A bit hidden, but definitely in here. Also, this bass resonates like an old instrument, however he managed to do that. This is perfection. I'm a bit speechless. Well, not here. I'm paid to say things on the internet. Bye. BassTheWorld.